19 minutes after 7 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning. It is March 2nd, 2016. Good morning. Thank you for tuning in. It is 62 degrees here at the studios of The Source, WOCA, broadcasting live from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary, where yesterday we got a bite to eat, Robin.
Oh, yeah. It was really good, too. Chick-fil-A.
Good morning, Robin. How are you?
Good, good, good. How are you doing today?
Good. We got a good weather forecast. There's virtually no mention of rain in the forecast. I say virtually because probably the wrong use of the word virtually, but there's a 10% chance of rain mentioned for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
No mention for today, no mention for Thursday, no mention for Friday, no mention for Saturday. Friday, first Friday art walk, looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be by Artist Alley.
Temperatures climbing into the lower 80s every single day in this forecast, all the way through Saturday. I don't see Sunday on the list right now.
Okay.
And Saturday is also a day we want good weather because there are two great things happening in our community, at least two that I know of. One, of course, is the Strawberry Festival over at the McPherson Government Complex.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one is the Special Olympics events happening over at Forest High School. That'll be early in the morning.
Yep, 8 o'clock.
Strawberry Festival is kind of old day, isn't it?
It is. It's till 5 p.m.
Basically. So.
7 a.m. the pancake breakfast starts, and it goes till 5 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yes,
So
make sure you take that in. Both of them are free, by the way. You can go for free.
Yep.
If you eat at either place, it'll cost you, some money for the food. But
yeah.
It's always good. It's always good to support these things.
It is. It's wonderful.
In our community. All right, let's see what we're doing this morning. 7:35. Well, there's lots of news after Super Tuesday. We can talk about some of that. There was a meeting yesterday at the Ocala City Council, and I guess they agreed to allow the two shows to go on.
Go Chad.
Which is good. I had no reason to. I mean, I'm not a prude, and I'm not a pervert. I'm somewhere in between.
Yeah, but they're for a good cause, and they're artsy, and we shouldn't censor the arts. It's just, I'm so glad that
we could argue that.
I mean, let's
see.
Yeah.
The blanket statement never works for me. There are some arts you should censor.
Right.
But in this case, I don't think those two qualify. So,
right.
Anyway, so 7:35. We'll do that at 7:35, Robin.
Okay.
We will talk about those things at 7:35.
Yeah. Okay.
8:35. That's when we don't talk about things. We simply read the news. Boy, there was a lot of it this morning too. Gosh, there was a lot of it. I had to really be picky. And so 8:35, we'll try to get between 25 and 30 stories in to you. And of course, we do not offer commentary during that slot. And we keep the phone lines, well, they're not really closed. We just don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
But it's our way of just getting the news out there. But you're certainly welcome to call in most of the other times of the day. Kate Sukol is coming on. Sukol, right? At 9:05. Kate is a science writer and a contributor to some of the big publications like USA Today, The Washington Post, The Atlantic. And Kate has written a book called The Art of Risk, The New Science of Courage, Caution, and Chance. The science of that. I've been doing, well, I don't know about courage, but I've been doing chance things all my life. And cautious things.
Yeah.
Laura Burns will be here at 9:35. Laura represents Career Source Citrus Levy Marion, and she comes in usually with a guest, sometimes not always, but she always has some job fairs, job opportunities, new manufacturers in town, new service providers in town, places that will hire you. If you are looking for work, this is an agency to go to because A, they've got them all. They've got some really good ones, and B, maybe this should be A, they don't charge you anything. And if you're on the other side of the coin, if you are an employer looking for some good employees, and you kind of, there was, what was the story the other day? Oh, the doctor in New Zealand offering to pay $400,000. And he was getting all these, people who didn't qualify at all. So what Career Source would do for him, if Career Source was in New Zealand, he wouldn't get anybody that wasn't qualified. They would only send qualified people. So it would cut back on a lot of their wasted time. I'll bring that up to Laura. That was an interesting story, and it applies to what she does. So in other words, if you're an employer looking for an employee, whether you listen to the segment today or not with Laura, Career Source charges you nothing either. They will find you talented people for the positions that you have open. So just thought I'd mention it. Matt Wilkerson is coming in at 10:05. You left me a note to remind me to ask Matt about something called the Hum.
Yep.
A cell phone device for your car, and I just don't remember what it is. So I'll have to ask Matt. Maybe he'll know what it is.
Okay.
Matt is from Verizon Wireless, and he'll be talking to us about wireless telephones, cell phones. Zach Marks at 10:35. This is an amazing guy. He's only 15, right?
Yep.
He is one of America's youngest tech entrepreneurs. He's the next Mark Zuckerberg.
Yep. I think so.
He's the founder of GromSocial.com. I did not go to the site. I'll try to go there before we speak to him.
It's a fun site.
He's 15 years old. 15 years old. Probably making more money than I made at 15.
Yeah.
Probably making more money than I made in my life.
Exactly. He travels all over the place and goes to meetings, and it's so cool.
So anyway, he'll be on at 10:35. Do we know where he's calling from?
I don't know.
He flies all over the world, right?
Yes, he does. He was on a plane yesterday.
15 years old. And
he's
oh, my gosh. Wow.
I know. He's making money, and that's nice.
We make money.
Yeah, we do.
Just don't make so much. Dr. Matthew Poffenroth coming on at 11:05. He's on the board of American Kidney Fund and serves as the chief medical officer of Signature Partners Network, speaking about the risk factors and symptoms of kidney disease. And that'll be that's a very short interview at 11:05. And then Anthony James will be here at 11:20, hopefully. Sometimes he calls in. He is from, what do you call it, Homewood Suites at Heathbrook by Hilton, however you say that. And he'll be here to talk to us about traveling. This is spring break.
Yes,
a lot of people traveling. I don't know if it makes a difference for us because we're not taking any spring break, but...
Well, no, but there's more traffic on the road on 40 going from the interstate to, to Daytona and stuff. So it does make a difference because you got to pay attention to traffic. Fun
with Joe today. My topic today. Today is National... Let me tell you what it is. Today's National Old Stuff Day.
Oh, okay.
It's also National Banana Cream Pie Day.
Oh, yummy.
And it's National Dr. Seuss Day.
Oh, cool.
Also known as National Read Across America Day. So
nice.
I have, for you and Joe, children's books. Simple as that. I'll read like the first line of a children's book, and maybe we can get like the lady librarian, the children's librarian, to be a lifeline today.
Okay.
And she can pick whoever she wants to give the point to. This was a hard game. So I'll read you the first line from a children's book. You tell me what the book is, and extra. And I'll tell you the author. I guess I'll do that.
Okay.
And then I also have a second half of that if we run out of those, and that's basically synonyms.
Okay, excellent.
A children's book title, in other words. So it'll be fun. And then when Galen is on, we heard something yesterday that I found pretty interesting. We for those of you who don't know, and I think most of you know, Robin and I are also Robin and the Giant.
Yes, we are.
And
proud of that.
So Robin and the Giant was a name we came up with for the music that we produced some years ago for children.
Yp. We wrote it and wrote stories and songs. We didn't just produce it. We wrote it.
You carry on, don't you? We're talking 1988.
Yeah.
So it goes back. Okay, so when we decided to do different music, we didn't want to use that name because people would look it up on the internet and they would say, oh, it's children's music. We don't really have a need for that. So our music is pretty basic. I mean, Robin plays mandolin, I play accordion. And so we renamed ourselves My Uncle's Friends. So a mutual friend, Robin, wrote to me and he said, did you know that My Uncle's Friends is a CIA operative code word?
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. I love this.
So, yeah, it was Mike.
This is great. We're going to wait for the cease and desist.
So the CIA operative code expression, I guess, is My Uncle's Friends. And what it means is it's a predetermined place to meet. In other words, somewhere in a meeting, hidden somewhere, let's say they decided to meet at the Paddock Mall. Let's say this. Okay, well, in their communication, they will never say the Paddock Mall. They will say, I'm going to my uncle's friends. And then they will all know, okay, when you hear those words, the predetermined place of meeting is going to be the Paddock Mall. So they'll all meet here, see?
Okay.
In that example. And let's hope we don't see that happen. But anyway, so I have some more things like that. Like, for example, when foreigners start to learn English, they're very confused sometimes by some of our expressions. Oh, sure. Like, for example, the expression, I got to go real bad.
Yeah.
Every American knows what that means. I gotta go real bad.
That's right.
But when they are learning English and they hear I gotta go real bad, they have like, what does that mean? So
It's the most basic sentence ever.
It is an interesting thing that they get confused by that one. So I've got more of them when we speak to Galen. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Carmen Roberts.
Thank you, and God bless each and every one of you.
Ted Cruz wins 3 Super Tuesday states. Marco Rubio finally gets on the map by winning Minnesota, but the clear winner? Donald Trump, who captures 7 states. Hillary Clinton solidifies her lead, also winning 7 states and a territory.
Clinton took aim at Republicans, in particular Donald Trump, saying America never stopped being great and that instead of building walls, she'll break down barriers as president of the United States.
Fox says Rachel Sutherland in Miami, but Bernie Sanders is sticking with his goal.
It is about making a political revolution.
And a man charged with killing 2 Virginia college students may avoid the death penalty today. Prosecutors expect Jesse Leroy Matthew Jr. to accept the plea agreement for the murders of Hannah Graham and Morgan Harrington. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Wildfires burn millions of acres each year. And each year, wildland firefighters like Fire Chief James Hall battle to contain them. But they can't do it alone.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. It can ignite and destroy your home, your community, or more. That single ember can be just as dangerous as the wildfire itself. But you can do something firefighters can't. You can act now to prepare your home and your community for wildfire. You can reduce the risk. Do your part. Go to fireadapted.org.
Get fire adapted. Learn what you can do now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Wow, man, you have a computer?
Yes, and I'm looking at villages1.com. They have a ton of information for the Villages resident.
Wow, they have information by the ton? I only need a couple ounces, man.
Movies, schedule, doctors, local attractions, even a section called Who You Gonna Call for plumbers and painters and stuff like that. These guys own cyberspace.
Wow, man, they own it? What's cyberspace?
That's where they packaged 50,000 pages of information for the Village residents.
Wow, they package it where?
Villages1.com.
Where am I?
Villages1.com.
On the John Test Radio Show.
Most couples get ring tattoos after the wedding ceremony, not for the engagement, which is smart considering 25% of all engaged couples, they never make it to the altar. Taking breaks help boost our mood and makes us more creative and productive. When a woman feels threatened, she tends to touch the front of her neck or play with her necklace because it's an area that's physically vulnerable. For men, their towel is fidgeting with their tie.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Put Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
Your source for the #1 sports weekends. Fox Sports, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
This is WOCA, News Talk 1370.
All right, 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning. It is a nice-looking Wednesday morning, and if you don't mind me just repeating myself, it's going to be a nice week, and the weather on Saturday looks like it's going to be really nice for the Strawberry Festival. If you get a chance, go out there. We'll be out there. You'll probably have a hard time finding us because it's usually very crowded.
Yeah, and we're mobile. We don't stay in one place, right?
We're mobile. Yes, we're videotaping usually, and photographing. So there's a zip line there for those who want to do that.
Nice.
I think there was a rock climbing wall last year, wasn't there?
Yes.
There was rides for the kids. There was a beauty show. There was a pet, costume. Pet parade, but the pets wear costumes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beauty contests.
So I said that. Let's see what else is there. Well, the strawberries. There's the old car show. I'm trying to do it from memory here.
Oh, okay. Did you want the paper?
No, that's okay. It's okay. Anyway, just support that. Hey, it's fun. It's a great way to kick off the springtime, and Ocala has a fun party to go to now every year. There's a third year. Habitat for Humanity has been doing this. Brad Nimmo, by the way, is still in the hospital, according to his Facebook page. So I know he would appreciate your prayers.
Yes, for sure.
Let's see, and then also don't forget Special Olympics at Forest High School Saturday morning,
8 a.m.
8 a.m. And really all you do with this is you go and you sit in the bleachers and you support them. You give them applause. You whistle and you
cheer on.
Make them realize that you're proud of what they're doing.
Yep.
And you might even get to meet some celebrities. Usually the school superintendent is there, George Tommen.
Yep. He's a marvelous fellow.
Usually some of the school board members are there. City council, county commissioners, they're usually there.
Yep, they pop in.
The big star, Don Nottingham from the Miami Dolphins, he shows up. Of course, you're not going to meet a sweeter person than Maria Roman. She's the one who kind of organizes the whole thing. So.
Oh, yeah, she's marvelous.
All right, let's see. The things in the news.
Yep.
Shall I do the Super Tuesday stuff first?
Sure.
Let's see, what do I have on Super Tuesday? Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump had big nights. So did Ted Cruz, by the way. Oh, thank you. And it's interesting, the whole primary caucus thing. Now, Florida is a winner takes all state, which is interesting because most of the other states are not winner takes all. Which means that you can be in second place. Like for example, you could be second place. Who was second place in? I should look this up. The state that Marco Rubio won. Did he win Minnesota? I think it was.
I think so. I'm not sure.
So whoever was in second place, even though Rubio won that one, whoever was in second place in Minnesota still gets those delegates. You know, you still add those delegates to your take. It's like a game. It's the more you get, the better you are. The better you know, the more likely you are to be nominated. I guess it is a confusing thing to most of us. Anyway, so Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump had their big nights yesterday. Their opponents also had something to be bragging about this morning. Hillary and Donald Trump almost won in the same states. Hillary and Donald Trump both won in, let's see, Alabama, right? Let me just do them one at a time. Hillary won in Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Massachusetts, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia. And Donald Trump, on the Republican side, won in Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Massachusetts, Tennessee, Vermont, and Virginia. Ted Cruz won in Texas, which is his state, so which is good for him.
Yeah, right.
Donald Trump did not win in Texas, but I think Texas is not a winner-take-all state. So if whatever place Donald Trump took, he still got some delegates.
Right, exactly.
It is an interesting thing to look at. It's like gathering, coins, and who gets the most coins.
Exactly, like playing Pokemon.
Ted Cruz won in Oklahoma and Alaska as well as Texas, by the way. Marco Rubio, again, won in Minnesota. John Kasich won no states yesterday, although he did pick up some delegates in Vermont and Virginia. So there you go. He's not in first place, but he does get some delegates added to his total.
Right. Interesting stuff.
Kasich, clearly somebody nobody's expecting to win, still is in the race, though.
Mm-hmm.
He's hoping for a big win in Ohio, which is his home state. And that happens on the same day we do ours here in Florida, March 15th.
Oh, okay.
March 15th. And P.S., if you want to vote early and you live in Marion County early voting starts Saturday.
Okay.
10 a.m., if I remember right?
Okay.
I see who I've not mentioned yet. Ben Carson. Dr. Carson, let's see. He vowed to stay in the race. I don't think he won any states. He did not. Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders. Oh, yeah, we forgot Bernie. He picked up 4 states yesterday.
Good for him.
He won in Oklahoma, Vermont, Colorado, and Minnesota. Moving forward in March 15th will be a big day because it's a big day for us here in Florida. That's our primary. Also in Illinois, Missouri, North Carolina, and Ohio. But they still have to get through others. Let's see. We've got some coming up on next Tuesday, on the 8th. Also, this Saturday and Sunday are a couple of caucuses. I don't know. I can't remember which ones they are. So those are the ones. Did I leave anybody out? Am I forgetting anybody? I think I got everybody covered, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Let's see. What does it say here? Donald Trump exploited a divided Republican Party to take 7 states as part of a commanding Super Tuesday showing, even as Senator Ted Cruz of Texas managed to keep his campaign alive with victories in Oklahoma and Alaska. Oh, I didn't mention Alaska, did I? Or did I?
I think you did. Yes, you did. You mentioned Alaska.
Cruz's victories, including one that kept him from an embarrassing and potentially campaign-ending loss in Texas, wow, could have ended his campaign, are likely to keep his bid viable at least through the next big state contests on March 15th, 13 days from today. Trump said, "I feel awfully good," when he was asked if he views himself as the presumptive nominee last night when he was in Palm Beach. It's going to be in Orlando on Saturday, I believe.
Oh, okay.
By the way.
Okay.
If Donald Trump wins Virginia, a state where Florida Senator Marco Rubio has campaigned real aggressively, let's see, Rubio did win his first with Minnesota. I already mentioned that. Doug Hay, a Republican strategist and former spokesman for the Republican National Committee, said this was definitely a good night for Trump. The decision to have a press conference in that fashion to appear presidential was smart, despite saying some crazy things.
Yeah. Well, Trump's a real guy, you know.
In his speech from Texas, Cruz made a point of highlighting that he's won multiple states and Rubio hasn't. So those two are kind of fighting it out and fighting Donald at the same time. Donald Trump, who has ridden a wave of anger at the Washington establishment among voters who felt left out of the political process, told reporters that Rubio hurt himself by going so negative against him. Maybe he did. Trump brought up Don Rickles' name, too, by the way. Did you hear this?
No, I did not.
He said, he talking about Rubio, he said he decided to become Don Rickles, but Don Rickles has a lot more talent.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
No, the difference between the way Don Rickles does what he does and what everybody else who tries to do Don Rickles is Don Rickles has a way, and it's hard to even pinpoint it, but he has a way of making fun of somebody and letting you know, gosh, please don't take this seriously, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He has a way of doing that. Like when you see some of these roasts, I always feel so uncomfortable. Like I could never do a roast. I could never be one of the roasters. And I never want to be one of the roasted. I mean, I would do it if it meant I would do the roasted part. I would never do the roaster part. I would never be the guy up there making fun of somebody.
No.
But if making fun of me would raise money for something I believed in, like the children's craniofacial or children's anything like that, or something I really believed in, then I probably would subject myself to it.
Yeah, but they're classy roasts and the down and dirty roasts. Classy's Dean Martin, down and dirty.
Even that. But anyway, I remember one with Maude. What was the lady who played Maude? What was her name?
Jean something.
But anyway, she...
Jean Stapleton?
No. That was Mrs. Bunker.
Oh.
But anyway...
B. Arthur.
Thank you. I remember she was a roasted person, and gosh, they were horrible to her.
Oh.
All right, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For this Wednesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a high of 78 to 82. Partly cloudy Wednesday night, lows ranging from the mid and upper 40s in a few inland locations to 59 along the coast. For Thursday, intervals of clouds and sun, the high 78 to 82. On Friday, mostly sunny with highs in the 70s to around 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shop.com. Remember the name, LTS.
Tick-tock. The days fly by, and we find tax season is upon us once again. Not to worry, though. With a reputable CPA firm on your side, you can rest assured that all of your needs will be handled in a professional and thorough manner. Robson, Scribner, and Stewart is just that firm. They're there for their clients year-round, not just during tax season, to handle your needs and answer any questions you may encounter. At Robson, Scribner, and Stewart, there is no client too small or too large. Their expertise ranges from the single individual to the largest of corporations. Get your return prepared by a professional who will use their years of experience to ensure that your tax return's outcome will leave you in the best possible position. Call them today at 694-4184. Robson, Scribner, and Stewart. They're there for you today. Again, that number is 694-4184. Time is of the essence, so don't delay. 694-4184.
We're saving thousands with Robert Palmer.
So rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around. If you're trying to get a mortgage, if you're trying to get the best credit card, if you're looking at student loans, cell phone bills, you name it, rule number one is always shop around. Always shop around.
That's rule number one, just one more vital part of fighting back to stop being a financial zombie. Yes, you can take the mystery out of the complicated world of finances. Take charge when it comes to your money. Listen in on The Source, 96.3 FM and 1370 AM, Saturdays at 12:05.
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning. So far, the first half of this half hour has been occupied with talk of yesterday's Super Tuesday primaries. So let's see if we move on to something else now. The Supreme Court is hearing some abortion cases today. The Supreme Court will hear its most important abortion case since 1992's Planned Parenthood versus Casey today, and it will have to do so without Justice Antonin Scalia, obviously, who passed away last month. Texas clinics are fighting a 2013 law that forces doctors to have admitting privileges at nearby hospitals and requires clinics to meet standards for outpatient surgery centers. Texas legislators say the rules protect women's health, while the nation's leading abortion rights groups say the rules present a roadblock for women seeking abortions. That's happening today.
Gosh, just amazing to me how many women out there actually get abortions by choice. They just choose to do that.
Florida Retail Federation says it is encouraging the House and Senate to include the sales tax holidays in their final tax proposal. I guess there are people up there who don't want the sales tax holidays at all.
Oh, gee.
Whether it's for the school supplies or for the hurricane supplies, disaster preparedness stuff, etc. Anyway, so there's 2 schools of thought up in Tallahassee. The Florida Retail Federation said consumers rely on these sales tax holidays. They want them.
Sure. You save money.
The retail folks, of course, benefit from them because they don't lose anything, because
no, they don't.
Taxes that don't get paid doesn't matter to them because they don't keep the taxes.
Right, exactly. It just goes to wherever it goes.
But more people show up at the stores to buy those things. Anyway, there is a Senate strike all amendment up in Tallahassee, which, if passed, would remove all sales tax holidays from the House tax package. The Senate was slated to hear that amendment earlier this week, but they postponed that for a while.
Gosh.
Real close to home, the 2 controversial performance pieces, the Vagina monologues over at the Riley Art Center, as well as the Midnight at Marion. Is that what they call the other one?
Yes.
And that's considered a burlesque. I haven't seen or read either one of them. But those who have say that neither one of them are obscene in any way. But the names, the word burlesque conjures up thoughts of something that might be considered obscene. The word vagina monologues gets some people upset. I asked somebody who has been familiar with it, could the author have simply called it the women's monologues? And that's what it is. It's women talking about what it's like to be a woman.
Exactly.
And
real life.
And anyway, so there was a lot of people showed up at the city council yesterday. City council decided that those 2 performances would go on as scheduled. And the folks representing the burlesque review, Michaela, is that how you say her name?
Yes.
Michaela, wow, gosh, what a lovely lady.
She's beautiful.
And so she was her picture was in the Star Banner website.
Burlesque aren't strippers.
I think that was her. I think that's her project, right? Midnight at Marion?
Yeah,
that's her project?
That's hers, yeah.
Okay.
And, so people get upset about that. How about the people that are getting upset at about people who drink, but yet the city of Ocala is having the Beer and Wine Festival in May? I mean, now, those people are probably going to start crawling out of the woodwork and say, how come you're having it on city property by City Hall?
Ooh.
So that's that
happened in Bellevue, didn't it, years ago? Where there was the people were upset at something they were doing. I can't remember.
Yeah, but so if people are against drinking, they're going to come against this festival, and this festival raises funds for the Marion County Literacy Council. So, the city's going to have to be real careful about who they attack.
But there is there is credence in the argument from the other side that said we do need to have some way of saying yes or no to certain things. So I don't disagree with that. I mean, that makes sense to me. I don't know what things. I don't have an example right now, but the 2 examples that were brought to the forefront, the Midnight at Marion and the Vagina monologues, those 2 didn't pass the test of being obscene, and so therefore they're being allowed. Right. But there could be an example of something that was coming into town. I've read some crazy things of some art exhibits that I don't want tax money paying for.
No.
There was some clearly offensive, I don't even want to tell you what they were, but just trust me, they were.
And there have been other shows that have been performed at the Marion Theater and at the Riley Arts Center where the, F word is. I mean, gosh, they show movies at the Marion Theater and
I'm not talking about the F word.
There,
You know what I'm talking about. All right, I'll have to tell you then, because I'm not sinking in. I'm talking about when they take a crucifix and they put it in a jar of urine. And that's considered art.
Oh, yeah.
And some taxpayer money paid for that display.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm against. Okay.
There you go. There are certain things that we should have. There should be a group of people who say, you know what, this is not appropriate. We don't want this on our city property. And take it somewhere else, please. There should be a group. So I agree with that side of this argument. Good morning. You're on the air. Thank you for calling and waiting, by the way.
Yes, good morning. Good morning. All of this excitement over the primaries yesterday, and we have the primaries coming up in Florida on the 15th, and I believe early voting has begun already.
No.
And I would remind people that even if you're not a Democrat or a Republican, there is the ballot question about whether to approve or disapprove of the sales tax that all registered voters can vote on.
That's right, yeah.
You don't have to be a Democrat or a Republican.
That's right. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, good point, Jim. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, early voting has started in Florida, but not in Marion County yet. Just to clarify that.
Okay.
Yeah, not the entire state. There were 17 counties that started on Monday.
Oh,
And I don't know the whole state, but Marion County starts on Saturday. But the main message that Jim was giving us was an important one, is that if you want that extra penny for the sales tax, that we had this discussion some weeks ago when the gentleman from the CEP came in here.
Mm-hmm.
Remind me of his name?
Yes, Kevin Sheely.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So if you ever want to kind of hear that side of the argument for the sales tax, you can go to that video on the WOCA YouTube channel. So, that's an important thing to remember, too. And absolutely, Jim, there is no... everybody votes on that, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent.
Mm-hmm.
So you do get to go to the polls on the 15th here, or in early voting.
Yes.
All right, let's see. The UN Security Council will vote today on the strictest sanctions placed on North Korea in 20 years. The United States asked for the vote in response to I never know how to say this, Pyongyang's latest nuclear test and rocket launch. A resolution drafted by the United States would target North Korean banks and assets, ban nuclear and missile-related items, require mandatory inspections on cargo ships entering and leaving the area, and prohibit the sale of small arms and weapons to the nation.
Mm.
Well, if this guy is going to threaten the world, then yeah, all those things should be in place.
Well, sure. I would think so. I mean, we've got no business giving them weapons anyway, selling them to wherever we sell them to.
Jesse Matthew, who is accused of kidnapping and killing 2 Virginia college students, is expected to plead guilty today in both of those murder cases. Virginia Tech student Morgan Harrington was killed in 2009, while University of Virginia student Hannah Graham was killed in 2014. In Graham's death, Matthew has been charged with capital murder, making him eligible for the death penalty.
Good.
He is currently serving a prison term of 3 consecutive life sentences for sexual assault in a 3rd case. And he's expected to plead guilty today, just to repeat that part.
Good morning. That's good. I'm glad.
Astronaut Scott Kelly is back on planet Earth.
Oh, neat.
He spent 340 consecutive days up there in the International Space Station. He returned to Earth yesterday evening in Kazakhstan, the steppes of Kazakhstan.
Okay.
He will be returning to the United States today. So, there you go. Kelly is 52 years old.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how old he was.
He will arrive at Houston's Ellington Field for medical examinations by NASA flight surgeons, where he will be reunited with his twin brother, who doctors have also been studying.
Really?
Yeah, because they want to see how being in space, because they're both biologically identical.
Oh.
His brother's also an astronaut, by the way. Mark Kelly is a retired astronaut.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, since they're biologically identical, doctors have been studying Mark, who stayed on Earth the whole year.
No, that's fascinating.
To see if anything has changed in the two, and they were both being monitored even for like a year before he went up there.
How cool is
Anyway,
that?
he does have 2 daughters, and a girlfriend.
Oh.
2 daughters and a girlfriend.
And a girlfriend.
That was a long distance relationship. Wasn't
Yeah,
it?
to be away from your children for a year. Gosh.
Yeah. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah. Good morning, guys.
Hiya, Hugh.
See, that space guy after a year, that's kind of like how long it would take to get to Mars and back. I think it's 6 months one way and then 6 months coming back. So I'm sure they wanted to make sure that a guy could, be in space that long without having a big problem. But it's kind of interesting. It's interesting too. The guy says I could stay another year up here. It was no big deal.
Wow.
Yeah, really.
Wow.
Gosh. He must be okay with.
The only thing he really missed was probably his wife. Kind of what he said.
Well, he's got a girlfriend, so he probably missed both of them.
He's got 2 children.
Right. just a joke. Just a joke. All right, thank you, Hugh. Appreciate the call.
gosh.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I don't even know that I want to go on a cruise. I've never been on a cruise, and I know those boats that are in the ocean are much bigger than the International Space Station.
That's right. Put it in perspective. I didn't think about that.
But it's like, I don't know if I'm going to be stuck on a boat. But he was in the space station. Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a little break. Got a fun segment when Galen Unold is on with us. Foreigners don't know what we mean when we say, I got to go real bad. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
This is a Fox News Alert. I'm Lillian Wu.
Instead of building walls, we're going to break down barriers.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump racking up big wins Super Tuesday. Both Clinton and the GOP frontrunner scoring strong showings in the South.
He got 43% of the GOP vote in Alabama, more than doubling Ted Cruz's second-place finish in that state. In Tennessee, it was Trump 39, Cruz 25. And here in Georgia, Trump got 39%, with Cruz and Marco Rubio tied at 24%. There has been heavy turnout, especially among GOP voters in the region. Part of Trump's success in the Deep South has been his ability to attract evangelical Christian voters.
Jonathan Sari in Atlanta. Bernie Sanders pledging to keep fighting till the Democratic National Convention in July. And a new U.S. General, Army General John McNicholson, taking over command of U.S. and NATO forces in Afghanistan today. Fox News. We report. You decide.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans. When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer. When I grow up, I want to be a glass countertop in a new home. When I grow up, I want to be a kid's best birthday present. When I grow up, I want to be a football stadium. When I grow up, I want to be a warm place on a cold day. When I grow up, I want to be a fancy backsplash. I want to be a bike that races around the country. When I grow up, I want to be a bench on a forest trail. I want to be a rocking chair on a sunny porch. I want to be a skyscraper. I want to be When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. A public service advertisement brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
Oh my, how did another 365 days go by? If you're looking to make a change in 2016, get involved in the health scene. Get rid of the old and try something new, like acupuncture at A Better You. Pain in your joints or knees? Throw out your back every time you sneeze? Then acupuncture is sure to please. From pain to allergies, even the flu, come get acupuncture at A Better You. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein with A Better You Healthcare today at 352-615-5566.
Hi, this is Brad. I want to take a moment to talk about a serious issue. In the next 5 years, the aviation industry is projected to have a shortage of commercial pilots. Now is the time to start training. Ocala Flying Club has started a scholarship for the youth of Marion County ages 17 to 24. The club will donate up to $4,000 towards a pilot's license. This will help get the student on their way to obtaining their commercial pilot license. If this sounds like something you would be interested in, or if you know someone that would be, please contact Ocala Aviation Services, 861-7484.
WWOCA,
This is James Snyder, inviting you to join me each Sunday morning at 9:30 for Sunday Joy on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM.
Hi, I'm Fran Darkington. When I need news, I pass the rest and tune to the source, WOCA.
5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. And 63 degrees. Temperatures expected to climb to 80 today. Tonight dropping to 45. Tomorrow climbing into the lower 80s with lows tomorrow night in the upper 50s. And then by Friday, look for temperatures around 80 again and lows Friday night around 45. Looks like a beautiful day Saturday for the what do you call the Strawberry Festival and for the Special Olympics event. Please support Special Olympics. Go out to Forest High School Saturday morning. Just bring a cup of coffee or something and just enjoy it. It'll be early in the morning. Probably still have that little mist in the air as it is normal mornings, right?
Exactly.
And those kids are out there really. And if you can volunteer, that would be awesome too. I can give you information on that. When you get there, you can probably say, I can volunteer. Or just sit there and cheer them. Just make them feel good. There's usually kids running around the track or riding a bicycle or throwing shot puts and all kinds of the wheelchair races are usually part of that.
Yep, and you can use those volunteer hours to go apply towards your scholarship.
Oh yeah, you can do that too. So I don't ever think of that because I'm too old for that. But
yeah. But
Galen Unold is on the phone. He's not too old for anything.
No.
From LifeSouth. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning. Larry, Robin, how are y'all?
Pretty good. Where are you right now?
On 75. Where am I? Somewhere in 75. Not quite the tree zone.
Okay.
You do a lot of volunteering. How many, if you were to guess, what percentage of the time you spend, I don't know even how to ask the question, but you volunteer a lot, let's just put it that way. I mean, you're doing stuff all the time for the extracurricular things you do with LifeSouth, for the things you do with Little League, et cetera, right?
Yeah, I don't really look at it as people. I've been told that before, and I'm like, to me, I enjoy it. You know, I look at it as an investment in my community. It's not I wouldn't do it if I didn't enjoy it.
That's really wonderful.
I really enjoy coaching. I just like to be a part of something. So, and when I volunteer outside of my own organization, I try to be not in charge. So because I think it's good in order to be a good follower. I think that's important. But more importantly, that way I could turn my brain off. I'm with you.
I
don't necessarily like to make decisions or, and I see that a lot where volunteers are put into a position where it's stressful, and I don't think that's helpful.
No.
So, yeah.
Or there's the one other example, and that would be the person who is basically asked to volunteer, but they decide they want to be the alpha male, they want to be the leader.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And whenever there's a lack of leadership, somebody's going to take over. So.
Exactly.
Because there's nothing worse. And again, when you're volunteering, there's nothing worse than sitting around. And we face that problem sometimes because people aren't fully committed, right? And so they're like, I'm going to try to make it, but I don't know. And so you're like, okay, I'm gonna call 3 other people because I need 2 and. If I call 4, then maybe half will show up. And then all 4 show up, and you're like, well, shoot, I didn't know you were coming. I said I was coming. Yeah, I guess you did.
Yeah, they were wishy-washy about it, though.
Yeah, and that makes it difficult. So sometimes we have too many, sometimes we don't have enough, and I'd rather have too many than not enough.
I always hope. No, we by no means do we ever profess to be professional videographers or photographers, but I always hope that the little things we do with the videos I mean, it won't help the event of that day, but it might help next year or the next time something similar is done. I hope people show up.
Yeah,
to this.
and it really does. And I'll give you an example because, you know, when you, first of all, I think it's great when people put up videos of any community event because you get exposed to it. Like, I didn't even know we did that in Ocala. That happens all the time to me because, you know, you could just Google. I Google my name. I Google LifeSouth and 5 Points of Life and all these different things that I have Google searches for that are automatic. And so something will pop up. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I never... Yeah, it comes from a different perspective. If I'm the organizer, I can look at it through somebody else's lens, and that's extremely important. But also, it just gives you, you know, it exposes you to new things.
Yeah, so we're gonna try to do that at the Strawberry Festival and the Special Olympics.
I think it's great.
Plus,
we'll be doing it.
Plus, we're gonna try to get over to Doug's church.
Yeah.
Or Queen of Peace. I don't know if it's really Doug's church. Well, it is for right now. Did I tell you what Doug wants to do?
Bone fishing with bikini models.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, that too. He wants to do that.
That too. No, his mom passed away, you know, and she was cremated, and he's got.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And he's got her ashes in a heart-shaped box. She's passed away 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And he's always said to me he wanted to spread her ashes in Blue Run in the Rainbow River. And I said, I think that would be illegal, but I would love to do a video of you spreading your mom's ashes, not just for you, but for your brothers who live in California, for your sister who lives in North Carolina or South Carolina, wherever she lives. All right. So, but I said, but you know, you're Catholic. Why don't you take it to the priest and have him bless it first? Well, they're going to do that this Saturday. Okay. So I'm hoping we can get over there with the video camera and get that little bit on tape, and then we're going to maybe take a canoe out off of
Cedar Key.
Cedar Key, because I don't think anybody cares if we
put it in the Gulf.
Yeah. I don't want to use the word dump. What's a better word for ashes?
Spread.
We're going to spread the ashes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool. That's awesome.
I mean, people do it in secret all the time in, you know, public places, but we're not going to be secret. You know, Larry wants to do the video for Doug, and then Doug can share it with his brothers and sister if they want to see it.
Subtlety isn't one of Larry's strong suits.
We'll have to
going to sneak up on anybody.
Did you ever see the video of them spreading the ashes of the singer named Israel something? He was the guy who did the ukulele version of Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
Yeah, where they're out in the ocean.
Yeah, they're in
Hawaii.
In Hawaii somewhere. Yeah, and it's like thousands.
That's a tradition. Yeah,
thousands of people out there as they dump his ashes. Yeah,
and then they splash the water up.
Yeah, that was fun. An enjoyable video.
Such a shame, that guy. I mean, gosh, I found out about him after he died. I didn't even know about him.
Me too. So I didn't even know about it.
All right, so today, Galen, I have something fun. When somebody from a foreign country is learning English, right?
Yeah.
There are some things we say, and we've had idioms, we've had figures of speech on this show before, but these are kind of different in that we know exactly what they mean. Every American knows what these things mean. But foreigners, including sometimes British people, don't understand what these mean. A good example, and I couldn't believe this one. I got to go real bad. Okay? Every American.
It doesn't translate well. Yeah.
Every American knows what that means. I got to go real bad. But somebody who's just learning...
I gotta go real bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. You make your knees touch each other, and you kind of walk away funny.
That's right.
Well, you could just say, I gotta go. And you know, and people would still probably know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but I gotta go, it might mean I gotta leave. But when you say...
Really go.
But when you say real bad, you know right away.
Exactly.
Absolutely. There's no doubt as to what you're talking about. That's pretty good.
But foreigners... I'll have to look this up. Say, what does he mean? I got to go real bad.
Exactly.
I just found that one funny. All right, before we do that, though, there's a phone call first. Let's do that. Good morning. You're on the air.
I didn't have to go real bad until you started talking about going real bad. But I wanted to tell you about the spreading of the ashes.
Yeah.
One of my clients was down in Fort Lauderdale, and one of their friends who was an avid boater died, and he wanted his ashes out in the ocean. And so they got on the boat, and there was a whole mess of it. It was a very calm day. She said there wasn't one. It was so calm, it was almost like a mirror. And they did the ceremony, and they went to throw the ashes, and a big gust of wind came up and blew the ashes all over the people.
Oh,
so make sure you're on the other side of the wind. So.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, maybe the boat of choice for us won't be a canoe after all. We might fall in. maybe we'll go deep.
Don't go very deep.
Deep sea fishing. Thank you, Bob, for the call. All right. How is the blood supply? What do we need to know?
We have we're creeping up on a 3-day blood supply, so we're gaining some ground, but we just need people to continue to get out there and give the gift of life and donate blood. And one donation saves 3 lives, and that's what it's all about.
The important message that Galen delivers each morning to get us off of our butts and go donate blood. Yeah, bless you. Made possible by Palm Garden and Penn Flooring. Penn Flooring has some beautiful flooring. They've been in business doing this for more than a quarter of a century. They have a showroom, and that's the key to this. Go to the showroom of Penn Flooring at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the McKay-Williams Bridge, and you'll be able to see the samples and try to visualize what it will look like in your own home, whether it's carpet or you get the picture. And Palm Garden, we have a new ad. We haven't recorded it yet, but I have the information for the ad. So over at Palm Garden, they have scheduled another chat at the garden on March 22nd from 2 to 3 p.m.
Okay, it's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday, and they're talking about identity theft, purse snatching, fraud and scams, guns, weapons, and more. Mm-hmm. The presenter will be Metro Crime Prevention. I guess that's a group here in town. So they'll be at Palm Garden March 22nd, Tuesday from 2 to 3 p.m. Mm-hmm. And you would call them if you want to find out more at 854-6262. And Palm Garden sponsors, of course, this show. So when you're on the phone, say, by the way, I'm going to show up for that anti-identity theft thing.
Yes.
But by the way, thank you for supporting and sponsoring LifeSouth and Galen Unold and
exactly.
He's such a riot, and he's so wrong about Building 7. Okay. All right, we'll I actually think you're right about Building 7.
Don't mention Canadians there.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Don't do it. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back with these funny expressions that we take for granted in America, but foreigners say, what? What? We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For this Wednesday, intervals of clouds and sunshine with a high of 78 to 82. Partly cloudy Wednesday night, lows ranging from the mid and upper 40s in a few inland locations to 59 along the coast. For Thursday, intervals of clouds and sun, the high 78 to 82. On Friday, mostly sunny with highs in the 70s to around 80. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Palm Garden wants to get to the heart of the matter. If you've been in the hospital as a cardiac patient, maybe you have a pacemaker or congestive heart failure or an arrhythmia, or perhaps you're a heart bypass patient, then consider Palm Garden as your rehab choice. With proven outcomes second to none, Palm Garden fixes broken hearts. Call today at 854-6262. That's 854-6262.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online. Have you heard of Hyperdirectory? When looking for local businesses, go to hyper.directory. No need for www, no need for .com, just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to local companies when it matters most. Hyperdirectory is your local business directory partnered with the Ocala Chamber and Economic Partnership to bring you trusted local businesses. Keeping Ocala local. Use hyper.directory. No triple W, not even .com. Just hyper.directory. Connecting customers to businesses when it matters most.
18 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Of course, the important message that Galen delivers each weekday morning is that you and I are the only reason there's a blood supply. If we don't donate blood, then there is no blood, and when it's needed, that person probably will die. That's kind of as blunt as it gets, but that's probably the truth, at least in many cases. All right, we're talking about, I don't know if you call these idioms or figures of speech. I don't know what we call these, actually, Galen, but these are some of the expressions that are in a guide, and I got it off of the internet. I think it's a printed guide for foreign speakers learning English, so that they can have like this go-to guide. And one of them is, as we mentioned before the break, I got to go real bad.
That's great.
I got to go real bad. All right. Another one is you have a one-track mind. You have a one-track mind.
Yeah, that wouldn't translate well, would it?
Isn't it funny?
Well, we know what it means.
I mean, we know right away what that means, right?
Robin's got a one-track mind sometimes.
Robin has a one-track mind.
Whenever she passes the train station.
Actually, it's not true about Robin. Robin has a multi-track mind.
I know. I'm just kidding.
All right. Here's one. Your theory has more holes than Swiss cheese.
Yeah, I've never used it, but I understand it.
Yeah, we understand right away what that means. Let's see.
I don't know. That wouldn't be that hard to.
It doesn't seem like it would be.
Would it?
Well, neither does I got to go so bad. That seems like it'd be easy to understand, especially as you're, walking with your knees stuck touching each other.
Right. Well, that one I understand because it doesn't actually say to the bathroom. You would think that maybe they have to leave the vicinity.
Yeah.
But you would think, isn't Swiss cheese always got holes in it, or is that just an American concoction of the cheese?
I don't know. Do you know, Robin?
No, I don't know.
Somebody told me, I think I heard that the bigger the holes, the tastier the cheese.
Mm-hmm. I don't know the answer to that question.
That sounds like an oxymoron.
Well, because
the less the cheese, the tastier.
Yeah, because see, up in Wisconsin, when you go to see where the cheese is made, they have these cheese curds. That's like what's left over. They don't have any holes at all, and they're delicious. They taste really, really good. So I don't know why somebody came up with that, expression.
I don't know.
Because
I don't know.
solid.
I thought that. I would think that would make sense to someone. That's more like a metaphor or something.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another one that I have a hard time trying to figure out why they can't figure this one out. I have everything in my purse but the kitchen sink.
Yeah.
That's unless they don't understand the kitchen sink.
Yeah,
women.
Metaphor, I guess.
Kitchen sink. I have everything but the kitchen sink.
Don't understand women.
But they're looking it up in their little book. They're going to the kitchen sink. What the heck is that?
I don't know. I don't know.
No matter how large a woman's purse is, it's never too large. It always needs to be larger for some reason.
Here's one. I don't know if I should say this one on the air.
Oh, okay. Well, now you have to because you said that.
It's not that bad. All right, I'm pissed. That's a hard one for them to understand what that means.
Well, yeah, because that word can mean a few different things.
Yeah.
You can go to the bathroom, or you can be angry, or that type of thing.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I would think it would translate though.
It says in Ireland it means I'm drunk. If you're in that's
true.
I didn't know
that's
that.
True,
if you're in Ireland and somebody says I'm pissed, it means they're drunk.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What are you so mad at? I'm not mad at anybody. Really?
I wonder if there's a word like that in
England. They call things like if it's funny, it's a pissa, right?
Right. Well, that's a New York expression too. That's a New York expression too.
Yeah.
By the way.
What a pizza.
Right.
So,
Robin.
I don't know what I don't really.
Robin and I have 2 gigs for St. Patrick's Day coming up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we're learning these Irish songs.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're not singing them; it's all instrumental, but the words are included in the songs.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Irish songs where they're whacking for the daddy-o.
Exactly.
Galen? If somebody said to you, "I'm going to go whack for the daddy-o," what the heck does that mean?
I have no idea.
I don't either. But it's in the song. It
is. A few of them, yeah. There's a few of them.
I'm going to go whack for the daddy-o.
They love that word whack, let me tell you.
Yeah, it's just...
They just...
It's a good word.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one. Fanny, to refer to a woman's...
Derriere.
But, yes, in America, because in Ireland, the fanny is the woman's front part.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you...
So then the people that invented the fanny pack were from Ireland.
Right.
Because they call it the fanny pack, right?
Right.
So you put it in the front?
Right.
Oh, my gosh, that's scary.
Right. So if you say, I don't know what the big deal is. He just patted her on the fanny.
Yeah.
They would say, geez, that's pretty forward.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, maybe that's how it is in their culture.
Let's see. Passing the buck. They don't quite get what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Passing the buck.
Yeah, I guess they would think, is there a dollar somewhere involved?
Or a male deer.
Yeah.
They must have a lot of deer on the road if you keep passing them. Passing another buck.
Here's another one. Happiness is seeing your boss's picture on a milk carton.
Oh.
They don't get that expression.
I don't know if that would be happy, but okay.
Well, okay.
I've never heard that expression before. Is that a real expression?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I've never heard that before.
It's in the book, so I guess so.
Therefore, it's an expression. It's right here in this piece of paper.
All right. How about this one? Got a minute? They don't get it. Got a minute?
Yeah, because that's like an hour. You have a minute, and then all of a sudden, an hour later.
Got a minute?
Yeah.
Here's another
It
one.
still means you just need to talk to them. All right. I guess that doesn't translate.
Here's another one. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, there's some universal symbolism in drinking that everybody gets.
All right, here's a sports one. Here's a sports one.
And then you end up pissed, Larry. So it all ends up being fine.
So you go to a restaurant, let's say a Chinese restaurant, and they're from China, and they're just learning the language. And you say, hey, I'm going to have a party for about 20 people. Give me a ballpark figure how much it would cost. That expression, ballpark figure.
Oh, yes.
It's like...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ballpark figure.
That would be hard to...
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean ballpark figure?
Yeah,
Ballpark.
that would make sense. Yeah.
Don't cry over spilled milk. There's another one. I mean, especially if milk hasn't spilled anywhere. There's what are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. That's funny.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you say something. Oh, it fell through the cracks. Somebody fell through the cracks.
Big crack.
He went down to get his unemployment compensation, but he fell through the cracks. Oh my God! Did they get him out?
Wow. He needs to get a job.
They better fix those cracks. That sounds like a big crack.
Not good.
I never heard this one. Got lost in the chairs. Boy, I don't even know that one.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Got lost in the chairs.
I don't know that one.
Oh, I don't know that one.
That's what she said. Oh, that's another one they have a hard time with. That's what she said.
Well, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you ever say that? That's what she said?
No.
This is my father's go-to saying. He'd love to say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I didn't think anybody had ever said it before until I saw it on, like, The Office. And I'm like, oh.
Let's see. Is there any more on here? There's so many, like, cartoons on here. I give examples of how they're being used. Oh, throw them under the bus.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah.
Throw him under the bus.
Not a good one.
You threw me under the
that
bus.
Would not translate well.
No, I did not. I didn't do any such thing.
He's alive.
Oh, yeah.
How about this one? Oh, denial is not just a river in Egypt.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good one. They don't get that one.
No.
I don't understand why they don't get this one. Your mileage may vary. Your
mileage may vary. I don't know. I don't get that one.
Your mileage may
I've
vary.
never heard that. I've never heard that.
Maybe it has to do with age and your knowledge of expertise, or
I don't know.
or something.
I gotta look. I gotta get the book.
Mileage maybe.
I've never heard that one.
Oh, his head is on the chopping block. They would say, "Whoa!"
Oh, that one, yeah.
That's not a good one.
I'm not going to your house.
Here's another one. Yeah, go ahead. Run with that idea. They don't. They don't like
Sure.
that. They don't like that. They don't understand that. Run with the idea expression.
Sure.
All right.
Oh, that's funny.
Run it up the flagpole. See if anybody.
Here's I guess the last one. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Oh, there you go.
No ifs, ands, or buts. We're gonna get this done. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Maybe they're picturing butts with two T's.
I have no idea.
I wouldn't think that would be that hard to translate.
Yeah.
I guess the meaning, yeah.
I gotta go real bad. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Galen, where's?
Yeah, I'm still stuck on that one.
We got 30 seconds.
I gotta go real bad. Sullivan Cadillac today.
Oh, Sullivan Cadillac. Okay. That's where the
nice.
Bloodmobile is. Okay.
Yeah, on Highway 200 West.
All right, Galen. Enjoy your day. Thank you for what you do. And
thank you guys.
tomorrow's Thursday.
Yes, it is. Thank goodness.
All right.
I thought you were going to say it was something like special, but now you're like that.
All right. We'll be right back. Thank you, Galen.
This is a Fox News Alert. I'm Lillian Wu.
Instead of building walls, we're going to break down barriers.
Hillary Clinton and Donald